Hello, lovelies. Welcome, welcome. I'm so excited to be with you today. My name is Stephanie Classy. I am a licensed esthetician and the head of education here at Go Pure Beauty. Today, we are live streaming. We're having a hyaluronic acid 101 masterclass. So when you hop on, say hello. Let us know where you're joining us from. We are actually streaming live to multiple places. We are on TikTok. We are on Facebook. We are on our awesome live stream shopping platform. And we are going to be just talking all things hyaluronic acid today. And it is also the very last day of our Cyber Monday sale. So it is your last chance to grab gifts and goodies for yourself and for anyone else at these amazing, awesome deals. Because remember, you don't need a code. You can just take advantage of these really, really amazing discounts. And I'm just so excited to be with you all today. We have Barb and Stacy and Sue and Sandra and Kathy and Renita, and I see Jen joining us from San Antonio on TikTok. Hello and welcome. And I'm really excited to be here and just chat all things hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid is actually trending so much right now, and for good reason. It's an ideal ingredient to add into your skincare routine, especially this time of year in winter, where skin starts feeling more dry, experiencing more dehydration. So I'm just excited to kind of get down to the basics of what is hyaluronic acid, what does it do, who is it good for, and who needs to add it to their routine. And we're also going to talk about the difference between our Hydrate and Smooth serum and the brand new Dramatically Dewy serum, because they both contain hyaluronic acid. There are absolutely some similarities, and there are some pretty key differences with these two serums. And we're going to talk about some fun sets. So we're just so excited. Now, remember, if you are on our live stream shopping feed, and if you're on social media joining us, you can check out our bio. We're going to be dropping it in the caption in some places. That is where we're going to be doing some awesome giveaways too, because this is the last day of Cyber Monday. We decided at the last minute to add in some big giveaways like we did when we launched Black Friday and last week when we launched Cyber Monday. We said, hey, what if we just did it again? Because we can, because we love you all and we love giving away stuff. So we are going to be giving away our Dramatically Dewy serum. We're going to be giving away our Dream Duo, which features our 10% niacinamide booster and our eye cream. These are two iconic products that have gone viral for good reason. They're fan favorites. We are going to be giving away two of our incredible limited edition holiday sets that come in this really cute cosmetics bag. So make sure that you participate in the conversation, say hello, and remember, if you want to be eligible for the giveaway, make sure you are on that main live stream shopping feed so you can participate in giveaways. And I always love it when you drop hearts and likes and comments and ask me questions, because these are so fun for me all of the time. But I am here live and you get to ask an esthetician questions as we go. I absolutely love your questions. I love when you share and participate. It is so much fun. I see someone said they have their fingers and their toes crossed for a chance to win. And we have so many people joining us from so many places. Jan saying she loves that bag. Yes, that bag is amazing. And I see some of you sharing. If you share this, it just warms my heart. It makes me so happy because we want to get so many people on here. These lives are something really unique that we do here at Go Pure. Yes, we create incredible, clean, clinically effective skincare at an accessible, incredible price point. But we also have amazing customer service, and we really pour into our education as well. So I want you guys to get so much out of these. So participate, ask questions, and let's have fun. Who's ready? Who's ready to have fun? Who's ready to have a great, amazing time today? I am. I'm ready to have fun. And we're going to get right into it. So when you think of hyaluronic acid, what words come to mind? Jen says she's ready. Jen's on TikTok. She says she's ready. When you think of the term hyaluronic acid, what words come to mind? So just drop them in the chat. And have you heard of hyaluronic acid? Do you use hyaluronic acid? Just think of some words and just start dropping them in the chat when they come to mind. some words that I think of are plumping. That's a word that comes to mind. Oh, Janae is saying acid like it burns. That's such a great thing. Acids are so misunderstood. So for something to be an acid, it's actually a very specific type of structure of a molecule, basically. So not all acids are exfoliating acids. Not all acids burn. There's actually a lot of different things that they have the word acid in there, but it's not something that is like an exfoliant we would think of in skincare. It's actually a very common type of chemical compound and structure. And there's so many different types of acids. So I want you to open your mind. And that was such a great comment. I love those because it allows me to do a better job explaining it. Kelly's saying she uses it and it helps. I saw the word supple. I'm seeing the word hydration, amazing, glowing, moisture holder, plumping, refreshing. I see lots of you sharing too. Thank you so much for sharing. That is incredible. Doris is saying, I was afraid to use hyaluronic acid because I thought it would burn. And this is stuff that I take for granted as an educator because I know what these things are. I know what these do. Jen from Georgia is saying, I love hyaluronic acid, plumps and glows. So let's do some myth busting today. And I want you all to know that one of the things about hyaluronic acid is that it is so easy to use. It's something that kind of everyone can use. It really will add a synergy into your skincare routine. So some words that come to my mind are plumping, smoothing, soothing, hydrating, glowy. Those are some of the words that I think of. So let's just talk about what it is. What is hyaluronic acid? And Maureen wants to know what's the best time to use hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid can be used day and night. It really is such a skincare superstar, and it really is one of the easiest things to integrate into your skincare routine. It's kind of one of those top superstar ingredients that gets talked about a lot. But did you know that we actually have hyaluronic acid in our bodies naturally? Oh, I'm seeing the word youthful and youthful skin. Rachel's asking if we can talk about the enzyme mask. Guess what? Our live next week is going to be in the evening, and we're going to be doing a winter facial, and we are going to be using the enzyme mask and talking all about it. So make sure you're on the live next week, and we'll get into that for sure. So did you know that up to 50% of the hyaluronic acid that we actually have in our body is found in our skin? And we have it all throughout our body. But its main job is to trap and to hold onto moisture, water in particular. And it can be found in our eyes and in our joints, and it keeps things moist and lubricated and all of those things. And so Lori's asking, do we need to apply it to wet skin? Damp skin is going to be ideal when we apply it topically because its job is to hold on to water. And so when we give it the right environment, it can really shine and it can really do its best. And yes, Cali Girl's asking if I can talk about the difference between the Hydrate and Smooth Serum and the Dramatically Dewy. I'm for sure going to do that. We're definitely going to get into it. Absolutely. But you can actually find hyaluronic acid all throughout our body tissues and fluids, and it's naturally occurring in our body. So as it occurs naturally in our body, it supports our collagen, it supports skin hydration, it's in our dermis and our epidermis, and it's part of what's called like this extracellular matrix. And it's this gel-like material, and it surrounds our cells and it keeps them so like happy. And where your collagen and elastin really live in our skin and the dermis, it's very prominent there. Because remember, our collagen and elastin are proteins in our skin, and they give our skin strength and they give our skin stretch. And they're very important structural components of our skin. But what lives in the midst of all of those proteins is natural hyaluronic acid in our skin. And it's really vital at keeping our skin hydrated. It attracts water from the deeper levels of our skin, and it moves it along into the epidermis. And it is very important in the visible, like the appearance of our skin, how our skin feels, the elasticity and the stretch of our skin, that bounce of our skin. Kimmer is saying, love learning from these lives. That makes me so happy because I love teaching you all. Patience is saying dramatically dewy is on her wish list. Remember, we're doing giveaways today, so you might have a chance to win. But the thing about hyaluronic acid in the skin is that as we age, it naturally tapers off. We talk about as we age, our cell turnover starts to slow, even in our 20s. We start losing proteins, they start to degrade, and we don't produce them as well. We produce oil less. We lose ceramides and we don't produce those as well, but we also don't do as good a job of promoting hyaluronic, or making hyaluronic naturally. And once you hit my age, which is in your 40s, those things all really start to decline. So Lori's asking how old I am. I'm 41 years old. So I'm 41 years old. And once you get into your 40s, you start to see just a really super steep decline naturally in hyaluronic acid. And there are these really cool molecules. So we all hear about the fact that hyaluronic acid can hold 1,000 times its weight in water. What does that mean? So when I was preparing for this and I was on the Cleveland Clinic website, Mayo Clinic, Cleveland Clinic, those have really great websites when you want to learn about like different topics like this in a very like simple, straightforward way. And they always have cool facts. But a quarter of a teaspoon of hyaluronic acid can hold up to 1.5 gallons of water. And when you think about like that's what it does in our body. And now when you think about skincare, how we want to try and harness that amazing hydration in our skincare products. And if you are on our live shopping feed or you want to join that, if you want to, we have some of the hyaluronic acid products featured and our incredible Dramatically Dewy Serum right now, which actually features 3 forms of hyaluronic acid. Today's the last day of Cyber Monday. You can still grab it for 21% off. So you can shop as you learn and grab these all up because it is the last day. So you can still grab all of those goodies at a discount as you learn all about hyaluronic acid. So what allows hyaluronic acid to do that is it's like a chain molecule that's super long. And it has all of these spaces on it that are specifically made to be able to grab onto water. And it allows it to transport water and other molecules throughout our body and throughout our skin. That's what it does naturally. And it's really interesting because it has the ability to attach itself to cells in our body. This is what it's doing. And how we produce it naturally. And it's a very important way to like a kind of this like internal targeted delivery system. And we talk about it a lot in our skincare, but it's so prominent throughout our body, and that's what it wants to do naturally. And it's actually a major topic of study. And that's why people even take it as a supplement. And in our Ceramifirm supplements, this actually does have hyaluronic acid in there. It's really cool. And it kind of acts like a scaffold structure. And so it's very, very cool. And on our live stream shopping feed, Sandra is our first winner, and she just won a Dramatically Dewy Serum. So if you're on TikTok and you want to head over, check out our bio. The link to the live stream shopping feed where we're doing giveaways is there. So that is always fun, and congratulations. So we talked about what it does in the skin a bit. What about as a skincare ingredient? Because we know that the hyaluronic acid we have in our body lives really deep in our body, and it does very important things. But when we apply it topically, it actually kind of has a slightly different role in supporting those upper layers of our skin, where it grabs onto water, holds onto 1,000 times its weight in water, plumps the look of the skin, visibly hydrates the look of the skin. But what else does it really do? What is so important about adding something that is this big, long molecule onto the surface of our skin? Why would we want to do that? It's a humectant, and humectants are those types of ingredients that help hydrate the look of skin, and they hold onto that water and help keep the skin looking nice and hydrated. Did you know, we're going to do another, did you know that it can actually be made from fermenting types of bacteria, and fermentation in skincare just really produces incredible results. So when you're looking on an ingredient label, you can look for the word hyaluronic acid. You can look for the word sodium hyaluronate. You can look for the word hydrolyzed hyaluronic acid. And when with both our dramatically dewy serum and our hydrate and smooth serum, we do use 3 different types of hyaluronic acid in different weights. And here we also actually use botanical forms of hyaluronic acid. So one of the differences between our dramatically dewy and the hydrate and smooth serum, remember the dramatically dewy is our new serum and our hydrate and smooth serum is in the actives trio. This uses the hydrolyzed hyaluronic acid, sodium hyaluronate, and tamarind seed, which is a botanical form of hyaluronic acid. Whereas the dramatically dewy serum uses 3 different forms of hyaluronic acid. It uses traditional large molecular weight hyaluronic acid, a more mid-weight sodium hyaluronate, and a very small or a much smaller hydrolyzed hyaluronic acid, so it can penetrate the skin at 3 different levels and just give that dynamic visible hydration. But it's also paired with hydrocella that is additional barrier supportive and has other key roles in keeping the skin looking and feeling amazingly hydrated. And so if you look at the dramatically dewy serum, it has this creamy texture. It's very, very silky. Whereas the hydrate and smooth serum is that classic look of a hyaluronic acid serum, and they have a very different texture on the skin. So this one has the ability to hydrate the look of the skin as well as support the skin barrier with additional ingredients like panthenol and olive extracts. And it's very, very cool. And they do feel very different. But it's important to note that hyaluronic acid does come in different weights and different sizes. And the bigger size molecules will sit higher up on the skin. And those smaller molecules just have the ability to absorb a little bit more deeply. And we're going to get into that. Lila's saying her thumbs are going to cramp from all the loves on the live stream shopping feed. We already have over 5,000 hearts being dropped, and I love to see it. I love to see that. Crystal's obsessed. I'm obsessed with the dramatically dewy too. I'm absolutely obsessed with the dramatically dewy. And if you haven't tried it, I do want to say that we have an incredible satisfaction guarantee. And so it's kind of like this, you have nothing to lose. Just if you want to try something, especially right now, because it's the last day of Cyber Monday, hop on and just grab what you want. It's at such a great discount. And so we have a 60-day satisfaction guarantee. Someone's asking, how do you choose which one to use? Well, it really depends. I say that if you have more like normal to dry skin, if you really struggle with more dry skin, especially if you feel like in the winter your skin gets more dehydrated, I know that even just sitting in my office with the heater on, I feel like I'm just getting the moisture sucked out of my skin. I would go for the dramatically dewy. And I'm gonna go through them much more, but I just kind of want everyone to try this. I want everyone to try the dramatically dewy, especially right now, especially in winter. What I do love about both of them is they're amazing under makeup. They do not pill. They're incredibly effective. But if you're really looking, if you want a good solid hyaluronic acid serum with multiple weights of hyaluronic acid, this also does have vitamin E. You can grab the hydrate and smooth serum. But if you're really looking for a much more dynamic product that offers additional benefits and barrier support, then go for the dramatically dewy. But I just want everyone to try this because it's so great. It's so good because it is so, it just really supports healthy looking skin. And really one of the key things, and I'm jumping ahead a little bit with this, but with the dramatically dewy, with the ingredients working in concert, it does have the ability to hydrate the look of skin for up to 72 hours. It really is next level visible skin hydration. And it's super incredible. I am obsessed with it. And we've had, we just launched this in October. to our VIP. So if you're in our Go Pure VIP community, if you're a Go Pure VIP, shout out to you. You got first access to this serum. And then we did the full launch in the middle of November when we launched Black Friday. This is already breaking records here at Go Pure, not just with initial people grabbing it, but people getting it a second time, gifting it, all of those things. I mean, it really has leveled up. And I'm seeing questions about day and night. Hyaluronic acid is great because you can absolutely use it day and night. And you can really pair it with kind of anything. And that's kind of where I'm going to next. Who is it suited for? The best suited for? Literally, if you have skin, because we have hyaluronic acid naturally in our skin, yes, and you don't need to use them both at the same time. That's a great question. But you can use one during the day, one at night if you want, because hyaluronic acid can be used day and night. And it is incredibly easy to tolerate. I did see a question about stinging. If you ever have products that sting on the skin that you feel like shouldn't sting on the skin, that could actually be an indication that you have a slightly compromised barrier. Make sure that your skin is hydrated, like dampened, I guess I should say. I just grab a spritz bottle sometimes and give it an extra spritz, but then make sure you're really locking it in with a good moisturizer. I don't know if you know this, but the glycopeptide anti-wrinkle moisturizer, which is really the iconic face moisturizer we have here at Go Pure, does have hyaluronic acid in it as well. But you want to make sure that you're really locking it in with a good moisturizer too. But I think of hyaluronic acid serums as a booster. They're not going to be like your retinol and your retinoids or your vitamin C that are that active, that work in the skin in very specific ways. They are a booster to help hydrate the look of the skin, but they actually can work to add a synergy to your routine. They can help your other skincare products penetrate better, and they really add a synergy. So in a lot of ways, they can help your other serums and your other skincare products work better. So let's get into a little bit more what it can do. So as you know, as we age, which is a blessing, I will say skin aging is associated with the loss of skin hydration and moisture. So when I'm talking about hydration, I'm really talking about like water and the things that hold on to water or support our skin hanging on to that water. I mean, 50 to 70% of our body weight is like water. So it's important for us. Like staying hydrated inside and outside is important for our bodies to function, right? But as we age, there are a lot of processes that just don't work as well. And we become naturally more dry and dehydrated. And moisturization kind of talks about like the oil and the water combo. And hyaluronic acid is key in the maintenance of the look of skin hydration through the binding of water. It helps support our skin's natural moisture factor. It actually helps support our skin's barrier and our natural skin's biome. So those good bacteria, that good environment on our skin, hyaluronic acid is really, really important for that. And it can help your other water-loving skincare ingredients absorb better. And it's hard because we're kind of naturally always dehydrating. If you live in a super dry environment like I do, I live in Denver and it's so dry here and there's hardly any moisture in the air. So it's constantly being sucked from our skin. And it's not like from sweating, it's just a natural thing that happens. And our skin has natural processes that work hard to stay hydrated. Oh, we have another winner. Congratulations. Carrie H., you just won our new Dream Duo set. Congratulations. And someone is asking, this is just an Evian spray bottle. I will use Evian. This huge bottle was not expensive and it's lasted me forever. But when we lose water in those upper levels of the skin, it's called transepidermal water loss. And it's a natural thing, but when we are not doing the things to support our skin barrier and whatnot, we lose more water than we should be. And our skin becomes dehydrated. And when it becomes dehydrated, it looks more red. It's more prone to inflammation. It can look blotchy. It can have a rough texture. It can look very dull, but it actually impacts our skin's elasticity as well. And our fine lines and wrinkles appear much more exaggerated. And so using hyaluronic acid in our skincare routine as a topical can actually help minimize the look of those lines and wrinkles, even the look of skin tone, add a supple feel and radiance, increase that visible elasticity, all of those things that happen when our skin is dehydrated. Utilizing humectants and things like hyaluronic acid can actually help improve the look of all of those things. And the effect of hyaluronic acid can really vary from person to person, just basically overall how we maintain our skin. The better job you do of having a consistent skincare routine and having stuff that supports your skin all the way around, from cleansing. And I see Nicole asking, what's the best cleanser? I absolutely love the vitamin C cleanser from Go Pure. It doesn't use SLS. It doesn't use harsh surfactants. Harsh surfactants can strip our skin, strip that barrier, and lead to skin dryness and dehydration. And so even like choosing the right cleanser, the right serums to support, the right moisturizer, and even if you have very dry skin, finishing with oils can really help your hyaluronic acid products work better. Other things like genetics and nutrition, smoking and alcohol consumption, pollution. Pollution is incredibly hard on our skin. And a lot of humectants are very anti-pollution, and sun exposure. Those things really impact our skin in a lot of ways, but they can actually impact how our skincare products even work and the type of impact we can have. Someone is asking, should we use toner before we apply serums? So toner can be such a great way to continue to support our skin, make sure it is clear and clean. But the Go Pure Hydrating Toner, and look at our cute new packaging. How cute is this? And you can just put your cotton round here and you can give it a little pump, and it's so cute. But this is a hydrating toner. So the thing about toners is that not all toners are the same. Toning is generally a step in our routine these days, but there are so many different toners out there. This one is alcohol free, and that's really important because alcohols in toners can, again, strip the barrier. They can lead to dry skin, dehydrated skin, barrier impairment, all of those things. This is a true hydrating toner. It's really appropriate for all skin types. It feels amazing. And I do love this packaging because it is much more accessible. We've had people say that they have arthritis in their hands and they're so grateful for this packaging because it allows them to use the product much more easily. And it's $12 right now on US dollars on our Cyber Monday sale. And it's so cute. I love it. But it just depends on what the toner is. But the reason why this toner is so great is because it's a hydrating toner, and hydrating products, you will find hyaluronic acid or other humectants. It's a humectant packed toner, and it will just be such a great prep leading into your serums, especially serums like hyaluronic acid. So, and then things like winter and seasonal changes, environmental conditions, those things can also dramatically dehydrate our skin. And then that's going to impact how we use things like hyaluronic acid in our routine and hyaluronic acid serums because they are just such an important booster. Lil is asking, use oils after moisturizer. I like to use oils after my moisturizer because when you have ingredients in your moisturizer like hyaluronic acid and other humectants and skin hydrators, you want to make sure that you allow them to absorb into the skin. And pure oils are amazing because they support our skin's natural barrier. And if we reinforce that barrier that much, it can impede the absorption of the water-loving ingredients because water and oil do not mix. So pure oils are great to finish a routine because they really just kind of serve to lock everything in. And so I always go with just finish with oils, especially in the evening. But that's a really great question. I love that. Doreen saying, I will be adding the dewy to the trio. I love hearing that. Jackie, can I use it under my eyes? That is such a great question. Yes. One thing about hyaluronic acid serums, and I particularly love the dramatically dewy serum for this, is kind of my secret weapon is while my skin is damp, I apply this under my eyes. And then I will top it with my Advanced Repair eye cream. And we have this really cute new spatula, and I can scoop it out and then I can massage it in with this roller ball. And it works incredibly well because I in the winter, my under eye area looks 5 years older minimum. I mean, just with like the heat on in my office and all of these things, like it's just so much more dry. And like I said, when our skin gets dehydrated, lines and wrinkles are much more visible. But on those thin, delicate areas, like around the eye, that's where you're going to see it first. And that's why I absolutely love using this. But this is so nice because the texture is that liquid silk and it's just so smooth feeling. And so I absolutely love, love, love adding this under my eye area and then topping it with my eye cream. You can also use like the eye gel if you would like underneath as like an eye serum, but I'm using this and I'm always like trying different combinations and switching things up seasonally. But yeah, you can absolutely use this under the eye area. So how much should we use? So let's talk about it and how much hyaluronic acid we should use. And let's all take a minute to hydrate ourselves while we learn about skincare. Okay, so now hyaluronic acid can be found as an ingredient in a lot of different products, like I said. So you can find it in dedicated serums like the Dramatically Dewy. You can find it in moisturizers. We have botanical hyaluronic acid in our amazing Go Pure Neck Cream that is also another viral product because it works so well with other ingredients and because it works in skincare products so well because you actually need the tiniest amount of hyaluronic acid to work. And in fact, if you use too much and you try and formulate a product with too much hyaluronic acid, it gets too thick. So traditional hyaluronic acid works at about 1%. And a little bit more because once you get to 2% of that true hyaluronic acid, it can be too much. But other forms of that's why it works really well when you have multiple forms of hyaluronic acid, because those other forms of hyaluronic acid, those smaller molecules, work at just a fraction of 1%. And so you need very small amounts to get such a big impact. Because remember, one little molecule can hold 1,000 times its weight in water. Jody's saying I need the neck cream. Like I said, check out stuff on the sale right now. You can grab stuff as you learn if you're on our live stream shopping feed and look at the value sets. We actually have a set right now that is 30% off. And it has our neck cream. It has our anti-wrinkle moisturizer that I've been talking about, as well as our Firm and Lift serum. And it's the ultimate firming system. And this has a natural form of hyaluronic acid in it as well, a botanical alternative. And this set together is 30% off. It's a way bigger discount than you would get getting these products individually. So if you are going to shop on the Cyber Monday sale, check out the sets for sure, because a lot of companies didn't discount their sets. They only discounted individual products. We discounted everything. And it's the last day to grab those. So I want everyone to be able to take advantage of that and those discounts on the sets because it's the last day to get it. So there's different weights of hyaluronic acid, which just means that the molecules are different sizes. Because remember, I was saying that hyaluronic acid is this long molecule that can grab onto water. But what's cool is you can actually have different forms of that hyaluronic acid in your products. So the smaller sizes get in deeper. And so the larger sizes are more moisturizing. They are more preventative. And they really do this superficial job of that plumping because we need that hydration all throughout the skin, and that can be very dynamic. The next size is a more nourishing and lasts a little bit longer. And then you get even smaller and you can get some of that deeper visible hydration and just really start getting even more meaningful results. And it just adds a more dynamic, visible result when you use it. That's really how you differentiate hyaluronic acid serums, because there's so many out there, and it can be really confusing. But that's why I absolutely am obsessed with both the Hydrate and Smooth Serum and the Dramatically Dewy. But the Dramatically Dewy just has even more components with those three different weights of hyaluronic acid, along with that hydrocella that works to add that long-lasting visible hydration up to 72 hours. It's amazing. And you can grab it. We have a 60-day satisfaction guarantee, incredible customer service, and it's up to 20% off right now. So that's cool. It's really, really cool. And so when do we use it? When do we use hyaluronic acid? I love it, especially during the day. If I had to choose day or night, I would choose daytime, because if we know that it can minimize the appearance of lines and wrinkles and visibly plump the look of the skin and all of those other things, I care about that more during the day than I do at night, right? But it can absolutely be used day and night because it does add a synergy to our skincare routine. But if I have to prioritize, because there's so many great products out there. We have so many incredible products in the Go Pure routine. My go-to during the day is to pair it with the Brighten and Even serum, because vitamin C during the day is iconic. It's a superstar. That's what I do. So cleanse, tone, make sure my skin is dampened. I will apply my Brighten and Even serum, give my skin another spritz, because again, I live in a place that's super duper dry, and hyaluronic acid can pull moisture from the air. It's called hygroscopic abilities, but I live in Denver. We don't really have moisture in the air, and so I just am always like respritzing my skin, and then I'll finish with my eye cream and my moisturizer, and then at night I am, my standard routine is a niacinamide retinol routine, but you can absolutely use it day and night, and it just kind of pairs with anything. Cha-Cha's asking, do we have supplements? Yes, we have incredible supplements. And our Ceramifirm supplement is incredible because it uses a plant ceramide, but it does also have B vitamins and ta-da, hyaluronic acid. And this is actually also available on our Cyber Monday sale. It's 34% off. So it's a great time to grab it and stock up. This is a 30-day supply. It's amazing. So that's a really great question, because this does also have hyaluronic acid in it. Great question. So what does it pair with? Well, good news. It's not one of those products or ingredients where you have to worry, oh no, can I use it with this? Do I use it over or under things? Like, what do I do? It's very easy to use. You can kind of use it under or over your other serums very easily. It's like niacinamide in that way, where niacinamide is kind of like everybody's skincare bestie. Let me find the niacinamide. Where is it? I have a million Dramatically Dewies right here. Where's my niacinamide? Oh, here it is. But the niacinamide, who here's used this niacinamide booster? And this niacinamide booster is in our Dream Duo set with our eye cream. This is also amazing. But niacinamide is great because it's like every skincare product's bestie. It just pairs with everything so easily, and you can use it day or night. Hyaluronic acid's kind of like that, where it can go under stuff, it can go over stuff. You don't really have to stress about all of those things, what order you use it. I'm just like, if you want to have damp skin, and put it on your skin, and it's great. It's very easy to use. It's very, very easy to use. And we have Sue61. You won our limited edition Go for the Glow gift set. That gift set is amazing because it comes with a really cute headband in the bag, and you get our, let me see if I can get that to not fall, our cleanser and our vitamin C moisturizer. Where did I put that? Vitamin C moisturizer. I have so many products all around me everywhere. I'm like surrounded with products. But this Go for the Glow gift set is such a great starter set. And it's a ridiculous deal right now. It's a ridiculous deal. NC61 just won it. Congratulations. So now is really the time to start using hyaluronic acid if you haven't, because like I said, winter skin can feel more like it just feels more dry. Our skin gets more dehydrated in those winter months. And Debbie's saying I should get this for my mom. Yes, it's amazing. Absolutely. Kelly saying I just added it to my routine. I love hearing that. So yes, our new dramatically dewy serum, because skin hydration is just so important for maintaining healthy looking skin. When it gets dry, it feels dehydrated. I mean, it feels irritated from that dehydration. It can look red, blotchy, uneven. Our lines lines and wrinkles are more visible. It just has an overall impact on our skin wellness when our skin is dehydrated. And so it's very, very important to use something that helps support our skin hydration. And that's why I love this dramatically dewy. Like, I love it. Someone's asking, can you use niacinamide under your eyes? I would just say, don't get it too close to your eye. There's nothing like with niacinamide that I would say it's problematic around the eye area, like retinol can be, but I would just say maybe patch test. But this formula is ultra restorative. I'm just knocking all the things over here. There's so many serums like right in front of me. It's wild. Because it has those multiple molecular weights, that hydrocella, which is actually Australian wild rosella, paired with those weights of hyaluronic acid, the olive extracts, that panthenol, you get such a different product. This is a very, very unique product. I have never personally seen a hyaluronic acid serum that looks like this or that feels like this. It really leaves this like instant glow and radiance on the skin. It feels incredible. It feels absolutely incredible, but it supports our natural barrier along with supporting our natural skin hydration. And it can, skin can stay hydrated for up to 72 hours. So that's really, really important. Using those three weights, that hyaluronic acid, that hydrolyzed hyaluronic acid, and that sodium hyaluronate. So those three different weights really just give a much more dynamic hydration than just hyaluronic acid alone. Now, our Hydrate and Smooth serum also uses three forms of hyaluronic acid. So it uses sodium hyaluronate and hydrolyzed hyaluronic acid along with tamarind. So tamarind is a botanical alternative to hyaluronic acid. It also has vitamin E. And so it really is just such a wonderful, very well-rounded hyaluronic acid product. See how it has that clear appearance. It's incredibly lightweight. And so it really just depends on what you are looking for. They both are very silky, neither one pill under makeup, but just think of the dramatically dewy as the next level of visible skin hydration. It really kind of takes the Hydrate and Smooth serum and really takes it to the next level with that hydrocella, with the B vitamins, with those olive components, because it adds a bit of moisturization to hydration. So it's extra ideal because we do have 2% hyaluronic acid weights in here. With all the three weights, they add up to 2%. And then we also have 2% hydrocella in here. And that hydrocella at 2%, actually the standard would be like 1%. We actually doubled that for 2% to make it extra ideal for dry skin. Someone is asking, can you use dewy as the final step for daytime? I would put it under your moisturizer, and here is why. And that's such a great question. I love that you asked that. Why would we want to put a hyaluronic acid serum under our moisturizer? Bonus points if anyone knows this. So in the comments, oh, Cammie's saying I put it on my neck as well. I love that. That is such a great thing because yes, we can absolutely use these serums on the more delicate areas like our neck, décolleté, backs of the hands, under the eyes, all of that. I love, 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 love that. But why would we want to put our hyaluronic acid under our moisturizer? Because we went through some like where we'd put it in the routine. So remember, we would cleanse, tone if you choose. You would grab what serums you're using and it would go in your serum steps. Then we would do our eye cream, then our moisturizer, face, neck, and then if you choose, finish with an oil during the day, SPF. I see on TikTok we have the answer. Yay, and thank you for participating. So we want to seal it in because what does water do? Cami got it too. Congratulations. Yay, I love this. And Kimmer is saying moisture barrier. Yes, it's the same thing. So what does water do? Water evaporates and it evaporates from our skin. And like we heard, and like I said, like it's called transepidermal water loss. And it's actually a natural thing that happens. But when too much water evaporates from our skin, that's when we start having all those problems I talked about, right? And yes, especially with forms like the Dramatically Dewy that can help maintain visible skin hydration for up to 72 hours, you still want to make sure that you're locking it in. Our skin's natural lipid barrier, so the natural barrier our skin has is comprised of those oils and those ceramides that want to lock the water in our skin. And so hyaluronic acid can't do the job all on its own. So yes, hyaluronic acid pairs with like all of the things. You can just like bathe in your Dramatically Dewy serum. Like I would if I could. I would bathe in the niacinamide and I would bathe in this Dramatically Dewy if I absolutely could. But it really needs a buddy. Hyaluronic acid needs a good moisturizer. It needs to be locked in. It needs a supported barrier to make sure that it can help maintain that hydration, because naturally water will evaporate, and those emollients and oils in our moisturizers, or if we're using an oil, can just help reinforce our natural skin barrier and help lock it in. Do I apply dewy at night and the regular hydrating serum during the day? You could absolutely do that if you wanted to. You can use any hyaluronic acid serum, any of the ones from Go Pure, day or night. You would just need to pick one. And I always just play around with different things. If you really just want that additional moisturization and longer lasting hydration, go for the Dramatically Dewy serum. Someone's saying I sleep better at night with my skin feeling so good. I love that. Lorna's saying I've learned so much on the live, and that's I think why our lives are different, is that I really want you all to learn something. I want to know why things do what they do. And so that's kind of the way I teach, because I think that skincare makes more sense. It's easier for you guys to do your skincare routine if you know why you're doing what you're doing. It's a little more intuitive. If you really understand what something does, then you are more apt to use it and use it in the best ways. And so I love hearing that. And I love hearing that you're learning things. That makes me so happy. I'm going to move some of these serums before I really send one flying, because I'm not kidding when I say I have so many serums in front of me. All right. What order for the serums if we use the actives plus the dewy? Okay, so let's go through it. We said we start with our cleansing toning steps. If you exfoliate, it would be cleanse, use your microdermabrasion resurfacing exfoliator, then tone, and then your skin is prepped and ready for your serums, right? Remember, you can get all of these things at an amazing discount right here. And on the Cyber Monday sale. So it's a great time to grab stuff. Sandra's back on TikTok. I just love that you watch wherever you watch. That's amazing. But then with our serums, generally we can say go thinnest to thickest. But I'm going to grab these back because I just put them away. I like to put the most active serum on my skin first. The serum that I want to do like the most heavy lifting, the stuff that I really want to get into the skin to do the work. So during the day, that would be my vitamin C product, my Brighten and Even serum. That's what I want to put on my skin after toning, because I really want that vitamin C to get into the skin to do the work. Because vitamin C is such a well-rounded ingredient, and it improves the look of dark spots and hyperpigmentation and even lines and wrinkles and all of those things. Then I would top that with my Dramatically Dewy Serum, because this also has those ingredients that are a little bit more moisturizing, right? But then I'm gonna kind of start to seal that in and start plumping the look of the skin and adding in that hydration. In between, if I wanted to, I could just give a little spritz of water if I wanted to just additionally dampen my skin. Then I would finish with my eye care and my moisturizer. At night, same thing. After cleansing and toning, I would add my Firm and Lift Serum. And this is going to be the most active. The thing about retinol products is that we vary where we add it in the routine based on how we tolerate retinol. So the most active application would be directly onto the skin after cleansing and toning, after we let our skin fully dry. Then I kind of let it sit on the skin for about 10 minutes. Then I would give my skin a little spritz of water, add my niacinamide or my Dramatically Dewy. If you're using Dramatically Dewy at night, that's where you would put it in, and then moisturize. But remember, if you're retinol sandwiching or all of those things, I just say, as long as you're putting your Dramatically Dewy under your moisturizer, you're good to go. I really don't want you guys to stress about like the order of application. Just remember, whatever you put on the skin first, that's going to be kind of the most active product. That's the one that's going to get there first, get in maybe a little bit deeper. And then I like using hyaluronic acid on top of those things as kind of like a booster. What if I'm allergic to vitamin C on my skin? Should I still use it? Do I use something else? Remember, vitamin C is a really big category of products. Have you tried the Brighten and Even serum? Our Brighten and Even serum actually uses, it's a Kakadu plum that we use for vitamin C, as well as some sodium ascorbyl phosphate in there. So it uses a botanical, a natural form of vitamin C in that Kakadu plum. It actually has 100 times more vitamin C than an orange. It's the world's richest natural source of vitamin C. This Brighten and Even serum is incredible. But the reason why this Brighten and Even serum is actually near and dear to my heart is that a lot of people cannot tolerate standard L-ascorbic acid because it's super potent. And so this is like the most easy to tolerate, super effective vitamin C serum. I absolutely am obsessed with it because it uses that sodium ascorbyl phosphate, which is a derivative of that, as well as that Kakadu plum. That's where you're getting the vitamin C power in this, is actually from that Kakadu. And so if you have an allergy to traditional L-ascorbic acid, look for an alternative. Look for something like this that uses that Kakadu plum, and it's amazing. If you just can't use a product like that, there are a lot of other options. Just focus on products that have antioxidants. During the day, it's all about skin protection. We want to use lots of antioxidants, and then we can layer our hyaluronic acid product on top. That is such a great question. Becky's saying, I bought so many of these products. I love hearing that. Just because I love these products. And I see some, like when I get questions about my skin, because I am 41 years old, I do want to say this is literally what I do use on my skin. The GoPure products are what I use on my skin. I don't have Botox. I don't have fillers. I don't do advanced skin treatments. I am a clinical esthetician, and I really use these products. And I just see day in and day out in our GoPure VIP community and on our reviews online. I'm always blown away still by your 30-day transformations, because we encourage you all to take before and afters. And I just love seeing your story. So if you're not in that group, make sure you're in our GoPure VIP community, because it's amazing. And yes, we do have the links to purchase in our bio if you're not on our live stream shopping feed right now. And you can always go to gopurebeauty.com, our main website. That's a great place to go and shop if you want to do that as well. The Cyber Monday sale is going through today, and the deals are so good. They're so amazing. Chelsea's saying, I have a beautiful new setup to hold all my GoPure all organized, and it's so pretty. I love when you guys share those pictures too. It's so great when you all share all your setups. I'm spoiled because I have a whole room in my house, and I have like my buckets and my bins, and I have this that I use all the time that I put all my things in. But I love when you all share your awesome setups. And I love we always have so many of you that are new to GoPure or haven't even tried products on these and want to try them, because then I just get to hear more and more of your stories. It's so incredible. Jody's asking, can we use something for lips? Now, hyaluronic acid works so great around the lips. I am a huge fan of using argan oil on the lips. Argan is so versatile. You can use it hair, lips, nails, body, face, seal everything in. It's so great. I almost like use it as a mask. And you can actually mix a little sugar in with your oil and make a sugar scrub, which is great. But Aquaphor is also just a great thing to seal things in. I get these little tubes and I use it all the time. And I've been putting the oils on the end of my nose as well because my nose has been so dry. And it was so bad before this live. I mean, my allergies have been so bad. My nose has been so dry. I put the Dramatically Dewy on the end of my nose and any of those dry areas. And then I will press in argan oil, and then I will even top it with Aquaphor sometimes. That's like my secret weapon, layering on those extra dry areas and on those like dry patches or where you get really flaky skin, because you actually have to be super careful. You don't want to go crazy with exfoliation when you get that flaking, because you can actually get raw skin. So that's actually my secret combo, is the Dramatically Dewy pressed in, then you press on argan oil, and then you seal it in with Aquaphor. That's my combination. And I see over on our live stream shopping feed, we are about to choose our grand prize winner. And then once the show is over, we are actually still going to have the live stream shopping feed up. We have like 27,000 hearts over on our live stream shopping feed. That is wild. You guys are amazing. Oh my goodness. But yeah, Aquaphor is great to seal everything in on those dry areas for sure, as you layer the other products underneath. So we are going to be choosing our grand prize winner, and I can't wait to see who it is. Yes, argan oil for the win. And we have sets with, I know we have a set with the rosehip oil in it that's amazing. They're on such a huge discount right now. And it's such a great time to stock up seasonally, because the weather changes in the winter. And I know I have to switch up my skincare routine in the winter. I just do. And that's why I'm so glad we actually launched the Dramatically Dewy when we did in October. We've been working on this product for over a year and a half. It's such an incredible product, that it's such an ideal time because it levels up your hyaluronic acid in your routine. I absolutely have to use the glycopeptide anti-wrinkle moisturizer in the winter. This has hyaluronic acid as well. I cannot live without my oils, the rosehip oil and the argan oil. It's just such a great time, and it's your last chance with Cyber Monday to get them on a deal. And Cammie's saying she uses it on the ends of her hair. I absolutely do too. And we have our grand prize winner. You have won a Vanity Planet facial steamer and 11 Go Pure products. Congratulations to BJSE35 on our live stream shopping feed. You are our grand prize winner of the day. And if you want your chance, I don't want you all to miss signups, because when you are on our text list, you actually get a text when we go live. You can actually pop right in and be in the right place for all the giveaways and all the fun things and do all the shopping and all of the amazingness. And so on our website now, we actually have a button where you can sign up for our lives, see what lives we have coming up. Our next live, we're actually going to be doing a winter facial, talking all about winter skin. We're going to be hanging out with our Go Pure headbands on and going through a super fun facial routine. That's going to be at 4 p.m. Pacific time. So that would be 7 p.m. Eastern time. So we're actually going to be doing one later in the day for you all, to be able to hang out. We're just going to do a facial together, because I did have a question on TikTok in particular if I was going to hop on and do an actual skincare routine. So we are going to do that. Someone's asking, can you develop a resistance to Botox? That's a great question. You just more so metabolize it more quickly. So as you use that, your body just does a better job of processing it. So it works less. It goes away much faster. That's actually one of the reasons too why I'm always just seeing like how long I can get away with not doing things. I'm like, I just want to show people the power of a good skincare routine at home. I think that's why I'm being so stubborn and not not doing all those things. I have absolutely nothing against them. I think everyone needs to do what they feel is right and what they feel is best for their skin. So at the end of the day, they feel empowered and amazing, because we can do the most awesome things in our life when we feel empowered. And that looks different for every single person. But I'm also just super stubborn because I also know that you can start to metabolize those things more quickly, and then they just don't work as well. All right. Okay. I have a rosehip question and then we're going to go. So one of the things I love about rosehip oil is hyaluronic acid is a booster, right? I consider it a booster. That means it kind of pairs with all sorts of things. It helps add a synergy to your skincare routine. And it helps your active ingredients kind of work better. The thing I love about rosehip oil is it's really what I consider a booster oil in the same way. You can use just a few drops of this, like a couple of drops to a bunch of it. And it's really rich in a natural form of vitamin A, and vitamin C and E as well. So it not only is barrier supportive, it's omega rich, but it is very vitamin dense too. And there's really cool studies behind rosehip oil and what it can do. And it's very effective in very small amounts. And I do like finishing my routine with rosehip oil. So rosehip, you can actually mix into your moisturizer if you would like. I'm totally fine with mixing oils into your moisturizer if you want to just add that moisturization and emollient boost into your moisturizer, or you can press it on at the end of your routine. And if you've never used oils before, you can just start at night. If you feel like you don't know how much to use, how it's going to work on your makeup, any of those things, you just finish your routine with it and it's great. All right. Yes, I love rose hip too. What do I think about face yoga? I wonder about face yoga. I've seen really great people just absolutely loving it. I would just say anytime you're doing repeated facial movements, you want to make sure you do them right, because one of the things that can actually add to our lines and wrinkles are repeated facial movements. As we lose collagen and elastin in those areas, the skin just doesn't bounce back. This one of my 11s is starting to give me a hard time because I have 3 teenagers and I make this face a lot of them. But just always know that if you do want to do something like facial yoga, make sure that you follow someone who really knows what they're talking about. So you're doing those facial movements correctly. So you're not actually doing a movement that's going to exacerbate certain lines. Those are just my personal thoughts on it. It's always like find someone you trust and build a routine and do those things that make you feel empowered. Do it if you love it, if you feel like you have someone that you trust, because that's what's important too. And that's why I love being your SD bestie here, because I want to be one of those people that can help support your routine and be someone you trust. Same goes for something like facial yoga. Just find an awesome person that you trust and try and give it a try. The great question. All right, you all, we've had an amazing time today. I see so many questions here. Make sure you hop on our next live. If you have more questions, you can always join our VIP community on Facebook. I'm here on TikTok. Follow us on TikTok. Ask your questions in the comments. I love making videos based on questions on TikTok. So if you ask a question that's I can make a video for, I would love that, because I love making videos and they're really fun to do. Percentage of hyaluronic acid to look for, usually between 1% and 2%. You can't really do, and that would have to be like multiple weights of hyaluronic acid. You really can't have a ton of hyaluronic acid because it gets really thick, and different forms of hyaluronic acid work. Some of them work at literally a fraction of 1%. Traditional hyaluronic acid is usually between 1% and 1.5% in formulations. The Dramatically Dewy serum has a 2%, but that's with 3 different weights of hyaluronic acid to make that 2%, which is what makes it so dynamic. But that's a really great question. All right, you all. I'm going to hop off. You all have an amazing time. Congratulations to all our winners. Remember, we are going to leave the live stream shopping feed open for an hour. So if you do want to hop into the bio, if you want to shop on there, you absolutely can. You can always go to gopurebeauty.com. It's the last day for Cyber Monday. What brand name is the best? We love Go Pure Beauty. So Go Pure Beauty just makes incredibly clean, approachable skincare that really, really works. Having been in the beauty industry for 20 years and knowing what I know, I 100% say with complete certainty that you like knowing what's in these and the price point and what they do and the science behind it is so incredibly impressive. And that's why I love Go Pure Beauty so much. I mean, just so amazing. How do I get texts sent to me to let me know you are live? That is a really great question. If you head over to our website, on gopurebeauty.com. And I think if you click on shop all, there's actually a thing that says live stream events that we just got put up there. It's really cool. And I think you can click on there to sign up for our live events. Really great question. All right. I gotta go. But thank you so much for joining us. We will leave the live stream shopping feed open so you can continue to grab your goodies at an amazing discount. Remember, you don't need a code. No code necessary to shop for the last day for Cyber Monday. You're all amazing. And we will see you next week on the 12th in the evening for an incredible winter facial. We're going to do skincare together and we're going to show up barefaced and bushy tailed with our cute Go Pure headbands on and just have so much fun with our skincare routine. There will be a blog going up on our website that's like a recap of the basics of this. So never fear. Make sure you check out our blog too. And you all have an amazing day. Bye.